Hi, I'm Anna, and welcome to the D5 Audible cheat sheet on port. Port begins where sherry does not, with grapes that naturally accumulate high levels of sugar. The Douro Valley is a hot, dry, and climatically challenging environment. Steep slopes, intense summer heat, and limited water availability place vines under significant stress. In these conditions, grapes ripen fully and rapidly, producing must with very high potential alcohol. This is the starting point for port. If these grapes were fermented to dryness, the resulting wines would be extremely high in alcohol, deeply extracted, and often unbalanced. Fermentation alone does not deliver the style port is aiming for. The solution is early fortification. In port production, fermentation begins normally, extracting color, tannin, and flavor from thick skinned grapes grown in a warm climate. But fermentation is deliberately short. Spirit is added while a large proportion of sugar is still present in the must. The immediate effect is decisive. The rapid rise in alcohol stops fermentation, preserving significant residual sugar. At the same time, the final alcohol is raised to a point where the wine becomes microbiologically stable. Sweetness, alcohol, and stability are all locked in at once. This timing is critical for D5 understanding. Unlike sherry, where sweetness is added later through blending, port's sweetness is intrinsic. It comes directly from arrested fermentation, not from sun dried grapes or sweetening components introduced after the fact. Climate is the driver here. The heat of the Douro ensures sufficient sugar for sweetness even when fermentation is stopped early. There is no need to concentrate sugar artificially. Fortification simply preserves what the vineyard has already provided. Once fermentation and fortification are complete, port stylistic diversity is shaped primarily by aging choices. Some ports are aged in ways that limit oxygen exposure, preserving color, fruit intensity, and primary characteristics. Others are aged in wood for extended periods, allowing controlled oxidation to soften tannins, lighten color, and develop nutty caramelized aromas. These aging decisions do not change the fundamental sweetness of the wine. That was fixed at the moment of fortification. From a D5 perspective, this distinction matters. In port, sweetness is created by early fortification. Alcohol and stability are inherent. Aging choices refine style, not structure. There is also a strong commercial logic underpinning port production. Early fortification allows producers to work with very ripe grapes while avoiding excessively high alcohol from fermentation alone. Long aging in cask or bottle enables premium positioning, particularly where extended maturation adds complexity and perceived quality. Blending plays a central role as well. Different parcels, fermentations, and ages are combined to achieve consistency, manage variation, and meet specific style targets. As with other fortified wines, port prioritizes style reliability over vintage expression, except where deliberately signaled otherwise. For the D5 exam, the key insight is this: port is a direct response to heat and sugar. Its sweetness is not added, its alcohol is not incidental. Both are the natural outcome of warm climate viticulture managed through very early fortification. If you can explain why early fortification is essential in the Douro and how it differs fundamentally from sweetness creation in sherry, you are answering port questions at distinction level. In the next episode, we'll stay with port but shift focus away from climate and fermentation and toward how aging and classification systems are used to communicate quality, readiness, and market position. I'll see you on the next episode.